What does play mean to you? Because that's such a big word.
Yeah, it is such a big word, right? I mean, I was thinking about it myself, and I started off. I thought I'll make one video about what play means to me, and then that turned into like a whole series of videos, and I'm like trying to figure out like where there's going to be an end. But in a sense, I think it's just to put it simply in one sentence is a celebration of the moment,
Hmm.
right? Right here, right now, whatever I'm happy is just going to come out in action in the way I play, right? So if I'm really happy and I start like moving my body, just happy, and I'm dancing, like essentially I'm playing with my body, I'm playing with movement, right? If I'm so happy that I'm singing in the shower, essentially I'm playing with sound, right? I'm playing with my voice, I'm playing with music, I'm playing, right? So anything and everything you do that seems celebratory is just a play. It's just play that happens right there and right then in the moment, and that's exactly what got me on this whole obsession with play. Was was believe it or not, was the pandemic, right? I mean, everyone around had this constant fear that it felt like doomsday. People felt like they were going to die. And people were actually dying, right? There were people actually dying, and this was something unprecedented in the history of our planet as far as we know it, right? And we know it in the sense that it's real time happening right now, and it's something like there are hurricanes, there are earthquakes, there are tsunamis happening, but this is the first time something has hit everyone across the globe at practically the same time, right? And in the middle of this entire looming specter of death, somehow I stumbled upon this idea that I should be playing with the time I have right here, right now,
Hmm.
because what if I were to get COVID and die tomorrow? Right? So
Yeah.
it's funny, right? We started talking about play, and I've gone off this morbid path, but that's exactly the the subject that brought me on to play. So to me, it's a celebration of the moment right here, right now, because I don't know if I'm going to be alive tomorrow or not.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I love that framing of play as celebration. That's a really cool way to think about it. We went from play to death real fast, but this is one thing that I find curious, or one thing that I think about a lot is, how can we tackle serious problems like COVID, or any serious problem. It doesn't have to be as serious as that, and still approach it in a playful manner. Like how can we take seriousness and also play with it at the same time, and still reach whatever goals we have? Is that even possible?
It does seem contrary, right? It just seems like you're either working or you're playing. You either got like a finite goal in mind and you're working towards your goals. You never say I'm playing towards your goals, right? You
Mm.
always say, you know what, I have this goal, I have this aim, I have this thing that I want to reach towards, and I'm working towards it, right? So if I say I want to lose weight or I want to work out, the word work is even in workout, right?
Yeah.
There's practically nothing you can think of that is serious, substantial, quantifiable, and tangible that has the word play in it. So the moment you hear the word play, it just feels frivolous, it just feels like casual, it just feels like something that has no purpose or meaning in life. And I'm kind of obsessed with proving otherwise.
Love it.
Yeah. So I don't know if I answered the question, but in a sense, I think if I were to think about play in terms of seriousness, right? If you look at, like for me right now, since I've been obsessed with this concept, I've been going about it in a way completely anti the academic way, right? So I'm not reading. In fact, I haven't even read James Cass's book, Finite and Infinite Games.
Yeah.
It's there in my reading list. I've got it there. I've got 100 recommendations. It's all plus one in my book, but I haven't by choice read the book because I don't want to read anything from the outside. I don't want to study the concept of play. I just want to like explore it through
Mm.
insights, through observations, and to actually stumble on it, or to play with the concept of play. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So what I do is I watch animals, I watch kids, I watch babies, because according to me, they are the experts. No adult human being can educate me on the concept of play as an expert, because it's the kids who are actually playing who are the experts. It's the animals who are actually playing who are the experts, because they're doing it. It's play as a verb rather than play as a noun.
Yeah, it's like incredible to me how, watching animals grow up, watching children grow up, and how quickly they learn through play, and it's just all this natural, fun environment, right? Like lion cubs learn how to hunt and kill, and all this really, really technically difficult stuff, just by tussling with their siblings and running around and tripping and falling and all this sorts of things. And there's something about play that is just it, it's it's a beautiful way to learn, and as adults somehow that's been totally stripped from us, right? It's interesting to note that, like, at least here in the US, elementary schools have playgrounds and kids can go run and jump and play, but as soon as you get to middle school, there's no more playground. There's a concrete floor. Maybe there's a basketball hoop or something, and the rest of the time we tell kids to sit down in a chair and sit straight and look forward, and there's no more movement, right? And then we wonder why people aren't exercising, and we wonder why people are children are struggling to focus in class. Well, there's no we've stripped the play, we've made it completely serious, and of course it's going to be hard to learn. It's no fun. Yeah, I guess I didn't pose a question for you, but there's a point somewhere in our lives when we stop playing, when we go from just exploring and trying things and being okay with failing to, like, oh no, what if someone sees me fail, or oh no, what if I fail and I really get hurt, or what will happen if I do this, I better not do it.